Welcome everyone back to weekly weather updates, and this evening we'll have a look at the latest GFS, GM, ECMWF, Gfs Ensembles, and then have a look at some various temperature charts, as we're going to have a decent spell of very warm weather over the next sort of 4 or 5 days. Beyond that, still uncertain exactly how it's going to break down, but we'll have a look at that in this video. Do remember, if you enjoy my videos, make sure you do like and subscribe. Remember to follow me on Twitter as well, as I'm going to keep you updated on the latest on temperatures. So yeah, link is in the description. So firstly, we have a look at the GFS. You can see this high pressure is over the top of the UK and to the north and east, and it's bringing in sort of a southeasterly sort of breeze. Now it's going to bring up some warmer air from the south, and today we have seen low 20s, 21, 22 degrees quite widely, feeling quite warm and muggy out there, and that's going to continue over the next few days as that high pressure asserts its dominance. Now, there is lower pressure trying to push in off the Atlantic for further northwards and western areas, but it doesn't make too many inroads. And what it actually does is squeezes the isobars. We do start to put up some even warmer air come the middle of next week. So Tuesday, Wednesday perhaps could be the apex of this sort of warm spell. Potential for high 20s, and a few models are showing maybe 30 degrees, but it's very uncertain at this stage. Beyond that, low pressure does sort of replace that. You can see this small little low pressure system does move in, and that could trigger a few decently sized thunderstorms next Thursday into Friday as that low interacts with the warmer air. It will not only bring in instability and thunderstorms, will probably cool it down as well. And you can see as we head into next weekend, a cold front spreads across the country as a low pressure system tries to push in, and it does cool the air down quite significantly. Now, as we head towards day 10, again, it's uncertain exactly what's going to happen, but you can see high pressure does try to build back in, but low pressure is going to push it out of its way towards the end of the run, and we're going to stay on like a flat westerly. Now, it's pretty warm in the south, as we do have quite a push of warm air on the southern flank of these low pressure systems. So in the south, it could be quite warm and maybe even hot, but further northwards, more wind, rain, and a bit cooler as well. But we are heading into sort of the 10 to 14 day time frame, so it is pretty uncertain, and it's difficult to say exactly what sort of pattern is going to come off. But it does generally look like high pressure will be in control, but low pressure is going to try and flirt with the country, and at some points could even make inroads, swinging weather fronts across the country. If we have a look at the GM, see how it compares, you can see over the next few days, again, very similar. And we do start to bring up those southerly winds by early next week, by Bank Holiday Monday. Some very warm air actually spreads across the whole country, Tuesday into Wednesday. But that low pressure system does move in and could trigger some big thunderstorms with that. After that low pressure does start to sweep through, you see warm air to the east and cooler air to the west, and we're sort of in the middle, which will mean some areas in the east could stay warm, but areas further westwards could see more rain and thunderstorms. And as we head towards day 10, again, it's a battle between that low in the Atlantic and the high towards Europe. And at this stage, it does definitely look like southern and eastern areas more under high pressure dominance, and northern and western areas are close to the low pressure, so more likely to have some showers. If we look at the ECMWF, again, very similar over the next few days. We see that southerly push and that low pressure system move in, triggering thunderstorms. You see it's quite a vigorous area of low pressure by Thursday, and it moves through, and then again we maintain sort of a northwesterly flow, so the high pressure does build in a bit further westwards on the ECMWF, which is interesting to see. Again, it's day 10, so it'll be interesting to see if that verifies, and we'll have to confirm that near the time. Now finally, if we have a look at the Gfs Ensembles before we have a look at the temperature charts, you can see how sort of early next week, so Tuesday, Wednesday next week, we do see the peak of the upper air conditions around 10, 12, maybe 13 degrees at 850 HPA, and then it does start to drop, but it's still well above average by a good 2 or 3 degrees. So it's going to mean temperatures still high teens, low 20s, quite widely, and in the longer term, it does look like generally temperatures are going to be above average. Not significantly, but still warmer than average. Considering it's going to feel nice considering we've had cooler than average quite a lot recently, so it's going to be a nice change. There is still precipitation spikes around, which does mean low pressure will still be close by, especially will be quite showery and convective in nature, so it won't always be raining every day or so, but some days you may get quite a lot of rain. Some days you might get very little. So really going to have to keep an eye on how or when any thunderstorms do develop. If we have a look at the GFS, we'll briefly go through the temperatures over the next sort of 5 to 7 days, and then we'll have a look at the precipitation like predictions and rainfall. So you can see on Sunday, temperatures getting up to low 20s, and then Monday, quite warm once again, 21, 22 degrees, quite widely, and then Tuesday, again, 22, 23 degrees before Wednesday, sort of being peak with maybe 23, 24 degrees, and then as we head into Thursday, a bit cooler, but still a bit quite decent and humid in from the west, in the east, and then cooler in the west. So if we have a look at the precipitation, you can see there's a few showers around today, but they're going to fizzle out overnight, and tomorrow maybe a few showers in Northern Ireland and Scotland, but nothing too much. And then you can see those weather fronts flirting with Ireland and Northern Ireland, parts of Scotland. But as we head through Wednesday, you can see big, heavy, thundery showers move up, and you can see it's fragment, but the weather front does fragment, but it's intense along it. So we could be seeing some big thunderstorms with that. And as that low moves in, you can see again some big thunderstorms moving up from the south, and that's symbolic of sort of French imports. We'll have to really keep an eye on that, as those can be quite severe as they head northeastwards out of the near continent. Some big thunderstorms could happen with that. If we have a look at the GM run, GM has been quite warm over the last couple days, so it'll be interesting to see whether it maintains its warm trend. Sunday around 20, 21 degrees quite widely once again. Monday perhaps 24, 25 degrees, so a good few degrees warmer than the GFS. Interesting to see with that. And then as we head into, I'm looking at the different run. Let's go to the midnight run. It's just mixing the runs at the moment. So if we have a look, you can see as we head into Tuesday, you can see maybe 24, 25 degrees, 27, 28, maybe even 29 degrees in the near continent. So we're not far from the really hot temperatures. So it'll be interesting to see how that does develop. And then Wednesday, probably the peak, with perhaps 24, 25, maybe even 26 or 27 degrees in isolated spots before weather fronts start to move in with that low pressure system and temperatures do start to cool down. If we do have a look at those precipitation rates, you can see as we head into Wednesday, you can see some showers develop, thunderstorms with that, and then again into Friday, again a few French imports Friday night to Saturday. So that's really one we're going to watch, because that did pop up on both the GFS and now the GM of potential French thunderstorm imports. Now, it is almost a week away, 6 days away from Saturday where I'm recording this, so it's uncertain its exact track, but the fact that both models are forecasting that instability and it's to move northwards will give decent indications that it could happen, and we really do need to keep an eye on that. If we finally have a look at the icon run, we'll have a look at, if we have a look at Sunday, you can see temperatures around 20 degrees once again. Monday, maybe up to 23, 24, and then through Tuesday, again 23, 24 quite widely before Wednesday. Again, around 24, 25 degrees before it does start to cool down. But still feeling quite warm on Thursday in the south and the east. If we have a look at the precipitation, for Wednesday, you can see those thunderstorms and showers heading northwards. They do fragment, so perhaps definitely the further south and west you are, the more likely to be impacted by it. And then as we head to Thursday, again, more thunderstorms and showers around. Can't unfortunately go a bit further out to see whether the icon does go with those French imports on Friday and Saturday. So we're really going to have to keep an eye on this, as we could see some severe weather from those French imports. Those can trigger the biggest sort of lightning events in the UK. So we really have to keep an eye on that. And looking at the upper air patterns, heat building over many days, could be quite decent shouts to see if those do come off. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the warmer weather, and I'll see you again for another video soon.